live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Strawn.
Josh Futterman, a janitor by day and a gamer by night, is recruited by mysterious visitors to travel through time to prevent the extinction of humanity.
And I actually been brushing over by this constantly on Hulu, like, that looks boring, that looks stupid. And then I'm like, I'm going to give it a chance. So I texted you after I watched the first episode.
I have outdone myself on this. I swear, I have seen the first episode of this maybe 5 times.
Oh, wow.
And I never made it to the end of the episode. And I certainly never made it to the second episode because the pilot for this was terrible.
I don't know. I enjoyed the pilot, but it's like just because it was so stupid. But I was like, okay, I got to see the second episode, and then I was hooked by the second episode.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that I've been watching that.
Really, stupid. The whole point was
it is right.
I mean, in the opening credits, I realized it was going to be stupid. I was like,
no,
here we go.
I mean, you Seth Rogen is involved, and
and there's a certain shot in the movie where there's something hitting somebody on the leg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's been done before, and
same kind
something
of humor.
that went into somebody's something about Mary.
Yeah. But I don't know, just the guy that played the main actor, I mean, at first I was like, I don't know about this guy, but
I've seen him on
I tried to get to the
else,
third episode. Now they got halfway through it, and I think that seems to be so far the best episode out of all 3.
Well, I'm on the 5th episode. And I have to tell you, it's moving along now, and I'm really like, you know what I like about it? One of the things I really like about it is that it isn't a freaking hour long.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I didn't know that until I watched the first episode. I'm like, oh, it's already over. I'm like,
yeah. Oh, and then you go, wow,
only 30 minutes.
But you know what? I'm sorry, but I appreciate brevity, and I appreciate the fact that it's actually half an hour. Yeah. It's not 22 minutes.
It moves along,
but it's a half an hour, and the difference, those 8 minutes, they make a difference because it's enough to more fill out the story, and the fact that it isn't an hour, because it seems like so much stuff is an hour now. Yeah. And I'm getting a little tired of watching.
Like Castle Rock was pretty long.
God, Castle Rock went on and on forever. But no, I'm. And by the way, I might add this: is there's a new season of it that looks really crazy. It looks like they just really blew it out.
Awesome. Well, I avoided this one, and I was like, oh, okay. But I like how there's a lot of references to like stuff I like sci-fi movies and
right. There's a lot of great time loops in it.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you're messing with time, and the thing is. It's got that, well, we're going to do this to get to this objective, and it completely changes everything. Right. And you're trying to like put your fingers in the dike to stop the water from coming in, and then the next problem comes up, and it's not a dike, it's a water buffalo. You're just like keeps going on and on and on.
And then the whole the reason why all this is happening is because somebody has a problem that he's trying to fix. Right. It's really stupid. Right. But yeah.
But the other thing I have to say about it is it looks really good.
Yeah,
I think it's shot with with 70s or 80s glass. At least the 70s or 80s glass effect for the lenses.
Oh, okay.
Because they actually do have a very short depth of field, which gives it a kind of a sumptuous look, because things actually go out of focus in the background.
Yeah,
which is nice. Yeah. And the other thing is the production design is amazing. I mean, the framing, the DP, the framing of it, the overall lighting is really crisp and clear and looks really nice. I have to tell you, it's very professionally done. It's got I have to say, one thing that did kind of bother me is the star of it always looks sweaty.
Yeah, I think that's his character, though.
I think that they killed off way too many possums for this show.
I'm not sure about the girl that plays Tiger and the guy that plays Wolf.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm really they're not. Yeah,
I'm not sold on him yet, but I still like this. Sold,
yeah. Who's up for a charge down?
Oh, that was the weirdest scene. Like, we're getting recharged.
But I thought that was really fun. Was like the nerd fighting, the two nerds fighting each other. It was the great.
I don't think I got that far.
You haven't got that far?
I don't think so.
It's great because it was so nerdy,
But Ed Begley Jr., I mean, he's in this, and he's pretty awesome. Yeah. He's the dad.
Yeah, there's a line in here that that cock was so delicious.
There's a lot of really weird lines in this. Oh, and so the people that are from the future, they live in the sewer and they eat rats.
Right.
But some of the things they say are just ridiculous. Like rat pot instead of jackpot.
Well, there's an argument and it ends with this line I thought was great. You're covered in brains, eat a dick. At what point in life do you get to say that? That's great. Yeah. Another item that a running joke in this was Black Apple.
Yeah, Black Apple. Actually, that was a great party with Lamar.
The party, and it looked so good. It was great. It really was. Oh man, yeah. No, I really, I had the same problem. I'm having the same problem with the two people from the future.
Right.
That they're a little. I want to say kind of hard looking and
dirty,
acting
maybe.
Yeah, something about.
I don't know. Something about them was off.
I like the music for the bikers. As soon as the bikers show up, they start playing Allman Brothers. That's great. Right. Yeah, it's a good stereotyping there. Yeah. Do the funky chicken.
Yeah, the dance fight. That was probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, the dance fight. Oh, that was great. So, anyway, overall, I would say you got to check it out. It's not perfect, and the beginning of it is
really... it's definitely not. Well, you have to get through the pilot.
Yeah, and you have to get through the pilot. And the thing is, the pilot...
I thought the pilot was good enough to get me to watch the second episode. I mean, do you know what I mean? It wasn't stellar, but...
I think the concept of it was enough for me to want to see the next episode. The pilot would have left me cold.
And then what got me was all the references to Back to the Future and all the other stuff that they were throwing in there.
Well, and you know what? The pilot didn't look as good either. It didn't have as nearly a sumptuous look as the rest of the film. Mm-hmm. Boy, as soon as you hit that second episode, man, it started to look really good. So it was kind of... So who's the DP here?
Well, let's find out.
And crew? I also like the fact... Did you notice that... There was a
lot of actors.
There was a point where you have some other characters come in. The biogens come in, and the biogens, their face is they open up the musk, and there's this horrible face, and you're like, oh my god! So, and then you reach down, that's just a cover. They pull that off, and there's a normal looking human being under there. I was like, oh, that's funny. That was kind of funny. No, it's just a cover.
So yeah, the people that wrote this obviously are fans of science fiction.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
But I like it because it's a comedy science fiction. I like this more than that Happy Show, personally.
Yeah,
I guess for me, I'm kind of bizarre comedies anyway.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing about it is it's a very positive show.
Yeah.
For it's got sci-fi laughs, which there's nothing serious about it anywhere. It's you just get to see them continuously screwing up the future, and the past, I might add. Yeah. Oh, and the past, right?
So two production designers are listed on IMDb: Jessica Kinder and Chris Spellman.
Okay, Chris Spellman is the guy. I'm just gonna bet that he did the pilot,
probably,
and that Jessica Kinder did the show, and that and I don't want anybody writing me, but Chris Stefan is Jessica Kinder's bitch. I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, yeah. I really loved it.
I'm gonna watch more for sure.
Having worked on
what do you think of the special
like
effects and stuff? I mean,
yeah, but you know what, they didn't overdo the special effects in it, which is nice because the effects have been done from the future, have been done to frickin' death, and they kind of get around that by actually writing.
Yes.
By using words. Words are amazing.
There's a lot of funny lines.
Wow, there's a lot of people involved.
Yeah, it's
in
ridiculous.
This.
I'm like scrolling down forever. Well, I mean, it's...
the thing is everybody's only hanging on for so many
few episodes at a time,
which kind of makes me think that it's definitely done in L.A.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be, because there's nowhere would you find that kind of a depth of crew. Filming and production, where was it done?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Looked very Los Angeles-like. But I love the commitment to color. The gas station sequence, or the even the pile in the street, and with the cops coming down and all the rest of it, it just was great. I mean, the colors in the party.
There was some. I mean, there's
and the lines with the black nerd group.
There's a lot of great voice. Like, when he's looking out the window and he's like, "Hey, the cops are here," and everybody like stops the party.
Yeah, that's right.
But they're beating up white people.
Beating up white people. Hey! Yeah, no, that was it.
But I don't know. I almost died when Lamar went to the party and messing things up for the guy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Hey, wait, you were in the. No, it was pretty all right, I have to say.
So what do we rate this?
Well,
are we ready to rate it?
Are we ready to rate it? I'm ready. I'm ready to rate it. Ready to rate it?
I think I give it a pretty high rating.
Yeah.
I'm like in the 4s, I think. 4.2, I think. Somewhere there.
I'm not that high. I'm going to go with a 3.8.
I probably would have rated the 3. It's about 3.5 probably after the first episode.
After the first episode, yeah.
For the second, and then I'm getting into the third. I'm at 4.2 because I'm really enjoying the third one so far.
You see, I'm up to 5, and the first one mentally scarred me for the longest time, and it was probably because of the first production designer.
I got over it,
and he can.
Usually pilots, I kind of get over it quick if it looks bad.
Yeah.
But
I have to get past the pilot.
Well, it's like what we watched, Lost in Space. There was like the pilot was absolutely horrible.
Terrible, right.
The show itself actually looked like...
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
I guess it was different back in the 50s, obviously, or,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now they try to make pilots look decent, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing is you have to understand that a pilot, the way that a pilot is made, it's got too much input, too much information, too much. It is a completely different animal from the first,
you have to set up
from
the story.
The second episode. Yeah. Well, it's not that you're setting up the story and stuff, and this is where you're thinking ain't right. You're thinking that ain't right. And here's what it is: it's the people behind it, because everybody's up here. Yeah, usually that first show has got
all the producers are getting
involved.
All
the producers are getting involved, and with that, the thing is no producer, especially means producers get put on for every reason in the world, and yet they think that they won't get paid unless they actually contribute something, and usually the only contribution that they have is to flap their gums, and flapping their gums usually requires a change down the line, and so that's what a pilot is like. It's just a constant swirling dervish that it's like a fly spinning around the room, right? And everybody's swatting at the fly, and then once you kill it, then you can film the rest of the episode with it.
Right.
So the second one is the only true. That's the first one that's actually true to what's going to happen. As time goes on, because the thing is once you get onto the second, people don't care anymore,
right?
And they drop off and they go on and they become that's their job is to look for something new and get something new started, right? And so it's very rarely the same group.
Well, I've also noticed like any series, at least the ones that I like, the second season's always amazing compared to the first one usually.
Yeah, I figured that every show has got 2 good seasons.
Yeah, but the second season seems to be my favorite. Like Dexter, my favorite season was season 2 for sure.
Well, yeah, a lot of times, that's really true. I mean, right now I'm watching Orville, and they're having really a rough time with the second season.
Oh, really?
For some reason. Yeah, it's just. But the thing is I figured that writing wise, you've got 2 seasons before you start to really run a circle for ideas. That's why I can usually stand up to 2 seasons of anything, and I let everything go. I mean, The Walking Dead. I gave it 2 seasons. I
watched it. I don't know what season it was, but where the Lion King showed up. That's kind of where I started. There was a really bizarre episode, and I'm like, and
here's the thing.
It might have been the violent episode where one of the Glenn. I think it was Glenn.
Well, to me, once the girl walked out of the barn, it was all over.
Yeah,
that was like, oh well, I'm done. That was amazing, and I don't need to watch any of the rest of this.
Yeah, it was actually the episode for me. It was the Lion King. I don't know what season that was.
Well, you see,
but I stopped watching it right there.
But the thing is,
I can't go back.
You can take 2 seasons and loop them anywhere in there.
Yeah,
because 2 seasons will have the bulk of all the ideas that are going to run through the show will be within just 2 seasons.
Breaking Bad, though, that was an amazing series. And
I didn't say that there were exceptions.
One thing I like about Breaking Bad and Walking Dead, they have similar things going on. The first episode was great.
Yeah.
Because it really got me into Walking Dead, the first episode.
Right.
Same thing with Breaking Bad.
Right.
And then the second season was when it hit its stride, I think.
Yeah.
And so
I still haven't seen Breaking Bad. I still don't. The pilot was so dark.
That's probably what drove me in. Was the fact that at the time it was probably the darkest show that I could watch. I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, the problem was I think that especially when it came out, I wasn't in a place where I could watch something that dark.
Okay. Yeah.
It was. I mean, when I first got up here, I was kind of a wreck.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's a good one to stream.
Not that I'm not a wreck now.
Because I streamed it, and I just.
Right.
I was into it, so I kept watching. I probably watched too many episodes.
Right, yeah. I mean, and I watch TV for something. To tell you the truth, I watch TV just to sit and veg out. I mean, I'm going to admit it right now. First of all, I watch an episode of The West Wing every day.
Oh, really?
Have ever since the beginning of the show, right? I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've seen the whole series. I watch stupid stuff. I don't mean stupid stuff like I don't watch any. I watch Project Runway. That's the only reality kind of show that I watch. Yeah. I watch, but other than that, I watch stupid, CBS shows like NCIS and NCIS New Orleans. Just because.
Just mindless shows that
they're just they're
all kind of the same formula.
Yeah, it's the same formula, and it's just it's kind of a social thing to do with my wife and stuff like that. It's because we can only agree to watch the dumbest possible shit.
Well, my wife likes all the Law and Order stuff, and SVU is probably one of her favorites. But I'm like, so I'm like, oh, you watching Rape and Murder tonight? Okay.
Yeah, the rape thing.
It can be rough.
Yeah,
but no, I don't know. We watch stuff together once in a while, but I've actually been surprised she's watching horror movies with me lately. Really? I'm like, really? Okay, this is cool. But
well, Paul really liked The Ring, but I think that was the last of the true horror films that she really liked. Oh, she loved Dave made a maze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because that's but that's anybody could watch that.
She's also an artist, and I think artists have a special appreciation for that movie.
Oh yeah, how could you not? I
exactly.
mean, it's just amazing. Yeah. And now I'm going through and watching a couple cartoonish Gumball. Have you watched Gumball? No. It's I think it's The Wonderful World of Gumball.
Okay.
It is some of the whacked out, and the Phineas and Ferb show.
Oh, okay.
I mean those shows I love, but Gumball's is strange. It's like makes some of the cartoon, like Cecil and Beanie when I was growing up. You know, Felix the Cat and Cecil and Beanie were really weird cartoons. I mean, they were really weird. But Gumball is so much weirder than that. You know, I'm like, wow, this is... I mean, one of the characters is a goldfish that has legs.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I feel like my daughter might have watched that one time. And I was
probably.
Because it was at my parents' house.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that?
Oh, you have to watch it. No, I mean, you have to watch it because you watch it and go, wow, this is so weird. Because they try some strange stuff. I mean, they really go out there and sometimes you just don't understand. Like every once in a while, they'll have like an episode where it's the story of the table, right? Or the story of the mailbox or something.
It's a Gumball cartoon.
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh. I just want to see if it's the one.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. The amazing World of Gumball.
My daughter watched that over Thanksgiving when we were at my parents' house, and I was too busy to really notice it. But I was like, "What is she watching?" And I walked by, and it was like this weird.
You got to check it out because it's very subversive. I mean, you know,
I recognize the blue guy and the orange guy.
Yeah. The orange one is a goldfish. Yeah.
I've got some weird. So I have a Roku, and I have Cartoon Network app on there.
Yeah.
I've got some really weird, like Adult Swim cartoons that I like.
Yeah.
Like that are really violent and bloody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, some of them
and when
are
I feel like going there, I'll watch them.
How about the cross between Hell and The Office? What's that one? Oh, man, it's so cool. You know?
There's one I saw with the guy. It was, I don't know if that show's still on the air. He's like a demon or something, and his son is like,
yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Have you seen the one with the what is it? Children's Doctor or Children's Hospital?
Children's Hospital, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious! Oh my God, you know that's. And
then of course Robot Chicken's always entertaining. I mean, and I don't know, I'm a Seth MacFarlane fan, so I like Family Guy.
Yeah,
that's a show that I've watched. I'll go back to the beginning and watch through them again.
Oh, really? And go through the whole
It's really
whole
interesting
series like
to
that?
see like where it started and kind of how it's evolved.
I do West Wing because I have hope for humanity.
Oh, I don't. No.
Yeah, I
don't have any hope.
Figured as much.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've rated everything, and now we're just you realize we're just rambling.
I like how we're talking about cartoons, but we can't name them.
Yeah,
we're like, hey, that one
with
with the thing.
You know
and
that
the
one with the
thing
thing and the thing and the thing.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Well, Powder Puff Girls to you.
Yes.
Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff, yeah. I like the theme song, but that's about it for me.
Yeah, that's true. It's really true. I like the monkey bad guy. Okay, here we go. Bye.
Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.